Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this. This is Dee with Older INFP Insights. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're getting through the holidays fine. Don't know how often I'm going to be doing videos because I'm trying to get myself through the holidays myself. But I might even do one about holidays. I don't like them after Thanksgiving. So I'm all decked out in my holiday socks today, trying to look a little festive. Hope everybody's fine. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new. What I thought I'd talk about a little bit today, I've been kind of silly in the last couple of videos. Get a little more serious. Seems like people want to hear all about relationships and this, that, and the other. So, mainly relationships. I do a lot of video watching on YouTube, and I don't care what the subject is. If it's about a relationship, people click. So anyway, we're going to talk about that today. I think I'm going to talk about how loving someone from a distance. And that's kind of a new concept. And the reason I want to talk about that is because I think that is a better way to go. And I think INFPs are well suited for that. And this is the end of the year. 2022 is supposed to be the age of Aquarius. I remember that song, Dawning of the Age of Aquarius from, was that the fifth dimension, way back when? Well, we're supposed to be moving into that. This isn't one of those type channels, but since things are going to be shifting, and the kind of year that everybody in the world's had for the last couple of years, and it doesn't look like it's going to get much better on the outside, so we have to kind of adjust and change on the inside. So what do we mean? What is loving someone from a distance? That could be anything. I know everybody wants to put it into a romantic context, but love can be from anything, and it doesn't have to be love. It can be for a coworker, friend, family member. It could be romantic love, your pet, anything. Yourself. Hopefully you don't have to do it from a distance yourself. But it's all about self-care. Now, so that's what loving someone from a distance is, when you do care a lot about someone. And you can frame it in the terms of love. INFPs relate to that word because we catch feelings faster and deeper than other people, the other MBTIs. Our FI is they're sun catchers, we are feeling catchers. So loving someone from a distance means that you know that you cannot be with that person or around that person, but you still love them. You don't have to door slam. So this is kind of a compromise, and it's not a compromise of values, it's not a compromise of who you are. It's a compromise from the door slam. It's not black or white thinking, either or thinking. You realize on your own, or it may be a mutual agreement, that is not going to work out. And you can't be around each other because you are toxic for each other. Now, I hate to use the word toxic, but everybody knows what that means. It's on, like I said, it's on YouTube. Narcissism is on YouTube everywhere you turn. Everybody's narcissistic. Everybody's toxic. That's true, actually. Everybody does have those traits at some point in time or in certain situations. So if it gets to the point that you are around someone that is draining your energy and you're not living your authentic life, but you care about them, and you say, I can't let them go, I got to be around them, and you start to force yourself around them. And what I mean by forcing, it's not working out, you can't be around them, but when you're around them, you tend to want to try to make it better. If I just do this, it'll make it better. If I try harder, if I call them a little bit more, if I whatever. No. No, no, no. That's going to drain you even more. That's the lesson I've learned of the past couple of years. Just went through another one of these episodes. I'm in the middle of going through it, and there's a grieving process. It's sad. That's the word we use. It's sad when something is not working out, but it's better for your overall health. It's better for you to live your authentic life and be who you are by recognizing that it's just not working out. May work out in the future. It's not working out right now. So you need to part ways, but you don't have to door slam. You don't have to avoid. You don't have to leave people wondering. And for crying out loud, please, please, please do not ghost anyone. That's the biggest thing right now. And the easiest way is just to ghost someone. And ghosting, for those of you who may not know, is that you cut off all contact and they have no idea why. I've been ghosted. I have never ghosted anybody, except maybe somebody that I'm on a thread with on Reddit or whatever. That's not that kind of relationship I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone that you've spent time with. I've been on the receiving end of that. And it takes a long, long time to work through it. And for me, I think it's been 3.5 years. And it took a good 2 years and several $1,000s in therapy to try to sort through and what happened. So please don't do that. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to the other person. Just stop and think a little bit. But what we're talking about is loving from a distance. Loving someone from a distance. Now, why I think that the INFP would be perfect at doing this is because, like I said, we catch feelings. Now, we've heard a lot about how to, or I don't see it too much now, but I used to, how INFPs could not catch feelings so fast. I say go for it. You can catch your feelings. What the difference is, and I'm going to put a little twist to this, catch the feelings. I think feelings are good. It comes from the heart. And particularly in this pandemic age that we live in, if COVID has not taught us anything but one thing, I think it is that we need more connection. We need that. And that's where INFPs come in perfect. We're the perfect conduit for that because we know how to open our heart. Hearts get broken all the time. We know how to feel. We feel inside, and we get butt hurt all the time. But learn to accept that. Have the feelings. Don't shut them down. I would say do not shut them down. Have the feelings. Express the feelings however you can. Not necessarily to the person, but acknowledge it. And then go from there. If it's somebody you are in a relationship with, whatever that is, one-on-one reciprocal, like family member or a friend or romantic, that type of thing, talk it out, try to talk it out, and see how that goes first. If it's somebody you're just crushing on, I would suggest keeping that to yourself. You can crush on them. You can try to, if you want to try to be friends with them, that's fine, but don't put all the feelings part into it. But just acknowledge it. And you can acknowledge it to the other person by saying something that you like about them. Like, I like being around you because of X. Or, you made me laugh the other day, you're funny, whatever, small kind of thing. But make it genuine. We usually are genuine. Now, if we find out that we cannot be with someone, two things. One thing is if it's someone who is abusive, very abusive. Now, I'm not saying someone who just gets mad once in a while, because I think we all do that. I did that about a month ago. Didn't go well. Don't like to get angry. It happens maybe once or twice a year for me now. I am learning how to control the emotions and feel the feelings. But if it's someone who's really abusive emotionally, verbally, financially, physically in particular, I'm not speaking about this, just leave, figure out a way to leave. You can still love them from a distance. You don't have to stop loving them, but you don't have to be in contact with them either. And I don't think you owe anybody any closure who does that to you. Give yourself closure, and there are ways to do that, and I would suggest look that up. Googling it, well, I can't say it today, how to give yourself closure. I'm talking about just regular situations where it's not working out, where I know in my case when I do that, and I've done it a couple of times in the past 3 years, it's people, either I trigger them or they trigger me. There's just something about each other that I kind of grate on your nerves, and you can't get away from it. You can't work through it. You can't ignore it. It's a little bit too big for all that. You've tried to have discussions. Either they won't discuss it, or you've tried to work it out and it didn't happen. In those cases, that's where you also can love someone from a distance. Then I think you just need to say goodbye. To have the conversation, whether preferably if you know them in person, and if they're close by, preferably one-on-one, even if it's a friend or a family member. I mean, it sounds kind of kooky because we think of that as just being associated with romantic situations, but I think now they've expanded, and it's a great idea to expand it to any type of relationship that you are in. It doesn't have to be romantic. We just put everything into a romantic box and leave it there. So if it's a family member, even the holidays are coming up, a friend, just tell them, keep it to yourself, keep it about yourself. Tell them some things that you appreciated about the relationship that you had with them. Tell them some things that you liked about them. Don't put it on the negative, put it on the positive, and keep it as short as possible. And I know INFP short is probably a chapter in a book. I understand that, but try to keep it. If you don't feel comfortable talking about it to them, then write it out. Send them an email if you have to. Don't do it by text. I don't think text is. I hate texting anyway. Write out something long in an email. Make it warm. Make it as friendly as you can. Keep the emotions out of it, except to say what you like about it, what you liked about the relationship that you had with them. Bring up a strength. Wish them well. And before wishing them well, tell them that your paths are going different ways. That's something that you're going to be going in a different direction, that you don't wish to have further contact with them. And I would say at this time, that's the INFP in me saying, because I don't like to close anything totally. But what I've been reading, I think it's best to have a clean break, to say you're not going to have any more contact. Doesn't mean down the road, a year down the road, 10 years down the road, 100 years down the road, next lifetime, a week from now, doesn't mean that it's never going to work. Just right now it's not working. Don't expect and then send it, and just keep it like that. That's all you need to do. Do not expect a response. If you get a response, expect it to be kind of in anger or curt. If that's it, then just stay above the fray. Don't respond back. Give them time to digest it. If they were really important to your life, they will respond later when they've calmed down and it's sunk in a while. So, and then after you have no more contact with them, you can still have feelings for them. They're still a good person. You still find things that you enjoyed about them. But it doesn't mean that you have to be around them. And I found doing this, it's come easier for me to do this, and it is sad. and you do go through the grieving process and all this, but I find out that I really enjoy the person. I guess maybe an INFP thing, I don't know, because we live in our heads. I enjoy the person a whole lot better if I'm not after I've done this, and I'm just carrying on in a distance. Doesn't mean stalk them on social media or anywhere else. Don't do that. You can check up on them every once in a while, or have someone that you know, ask about them every once in a while. I don't mean every day. Don't do that. That's not going to help. But so that you can care, and you'll find out if you do this that you actually care about someone in a more positive way than if you tried to keep it going when it wasn't working. So I hope some of this makes sense, and I wanted to do something today about a relationship, and that's kind of something I've gone through. And like I said, I've gone through a couple of times in the past 3 years. It's something I've tried. And one of them, we do keep in touch. Well, just through Facebook. We don't speak anymore, but I look at the Facebook page every once in a while. But we did get back to being Facebook friends, but that's it. So just want to put that out there. I hope you like it. If you do, like, share, subscribe, comment below. I'd like to hear your comments about all this. And until next time, and I hope you're enjoying whatever holiday you're celebrating. And if you're not celebrating a holiday, good for you too. Celebrate yourself. Everybody celebrate themselves. And until next time, stay safe.